Uh-oh, looks like it might rain. No time to fly right now though. Hopefully it'll stay a bit after I finish doing my stuff. What's going on here today? Okay, it's kind of windy, but it's not raining. Let's see if I can beat the rain and get some flighting around some areas here. Oh, what happened here? Hey, there's cherry blossoms here too. I did feel a little tiny, one little drop of drizzle over there. No, stay put. Oh crud, it is raining a little bit now. Oh, gotta bring it down. Darn, there's some potentially nice scenery too. I know, I should hang around here for a bit or start heading the other direction because you can actually see the sunlight in the background. That's why we talk about some of the stuff that I read today, just to see if the weather clears up. This one first. This must be the year of the data breaches, selling whatever data all over the place, Facebook and all that. Now recently there was apparently a data compromise of things like Kmart and Delta. But apparently this one, it says now Best Buy customers are apparently affected. It says Best Buy customers' info may have been exposed in data breach. It's been a week filled to the brim with customer security compromises, and here's one more to add to the pile. A day after Sears, Kmart, and Delta confirmed that they'd been impacted by a breach of data firm, Best Buy issued a public statement noting that it's in the same boat. Everybody seems like it's being compromised in some way. It's kind of funny because of yesterday we're talking about things like the data breach and all that. Are you really like secured like over all of the things you do like in a daily life? I guess their semi-positive spin to all this is, it says, as best as we can tell, only a small fraction of our overall online customer population could have been caught up in this incident, whether or not they use the chat function. So is that where the compromise was? It's basically one of those live help chat feature scripts. Basically, that's where the compromise is. That's kind of interesting. I've only used contact those live customer representative stuff on the site, I believe about once or twice, just with Amazon, just by talking about an order, saying like, hey, what's going on with this, where the pricing was wrong, which they corrected. And I did it once with Shaw. Other than that, I don't really use those features, but I guess that's the culprit here, where the malicious script, if that's what you want to call it, has taken place. And hey, it stopped raining. I think I'm gonna capture some stuff before I continue with the other thing I read. One thing a little annoying about this package is it stores everything really well, but taking it in and out, you gotta zip it, open it. It'd be better to have something a little bit more compact, but what can you do when you have like 3 batteries and stuff like that, right? And the rain comes out of nowhere again. I'm running a bit short on time, so I better start heading out. Maybe I can get some more shots later on further south. Didn't get everything I wanted here, but another time I guess. That's the way it works with the weather until there's the rainproof drones that have the stabilized cameras and everything like that that's portable. At first I thought this was snow too. I was like, what is this here in the distance? Any takers want to guess what that is? Do crows technically eat squirrels? I'm still remembering from that clip from yesterday when those two were starting to like fight or whatever you want to call it. And I read this about the drones today. I'm really skeptical about stories like these. Not saying they can't happen, but just the way it's told makes me wonder if it's more about paranoia. It says a woman being spied on by drones flying at night in Westable, if that's how you say it. A woman in Westable says that their privacy is being invaded by drones flying at night, with one mom fearing her teenage daughter has been spied on as she showered. This is a little awkward. The sentence says, the reports have prompted concerns that the gadgets, believed to be carrying cameras, could be used to peer through windows. And it says this lady was taking out the bins at about 8:45 p.m. when she spotted a drone hovering above her back garden off the old Thanet Highway. She says, at first I was concerned that someone was using it to burgle houses, said the mom of 2 who lives with her partner and children. But when she realized the flying object was hovering in view of where her 16-year-old daughter was upstairs in the shower, she became worried it could be peeping through windows. The bathroom looks out over the back garden, she said. The window's frosted, but it's still worrying. I didn't know what it was at first. I heard a humming sound and saw little red lights flashing. It must have had a camera too, so its controller could see where it was flying. it was just hovering there and must have seen me, because after I started staring at it, it suddenly zoomed off. And apparently with that lady, it said the husband went outside too, they saw it, and then afterwards, once they started staring at it for a while, according to this, the person zoomed out. And again, she was saying, I don't like the thought that it knows which house I live at. It could be burglars or something using them. The owner of the drone has not been identified. I'm not saying stuff like that can't happen, but again, when I read those stories, I'm just wondering, again, how much of it is legitimately a guy actually spying specifically, like say here, right in front of the person's shower area and all that, or is it just about paranoia, where people just see the tech, you hear it on the news, the movies and stuff, so then you automatically think it must be like, you know, spying and all that. It just makes me wonder. I'm really skeptical usually still. Kind of interesting how that level is the hardest there compared to everything else. Guys, look, he's not in that China thing with that thing where it goes, Jaywalker, that's it, you get a ticket in your text now. Total paid $1.90. Not too bad, huh? That's how you do to save money. Anyways, see you guys later.